All right, welcome back to another episode of The American Entrepreneur, where we interview entrepreneurs all over the world. But if they're looking to build a business or grow a team or help other people out in the United States, we want to hear their story. Maybe they went through something that they can teach you guys, and you guys can apply to your own life and become successful. The guest we have today is a friend from high school, from North Hills High School in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His name is Scott Fichter and his wife Stephanie, and they are part of World Global Network. I'd like to please welcome the Fichters. Thanks so much for being a part of this, guys.
Thanks so much, Mike. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Glad to be here.
I know it took us a long time to set this up, and I know you're busy people, and it's finally happening. So
Yeah.
jump right into it, guys. Who are you? What got you into the world of entrepreneurship? And maybe something you guys have learned along the way.
Okay, you want to go first?
Yeah, so, we were both entrepreneurs actually before we met each other about 7 years ago, and I think that's kind of why we clicked. And I'll speak with my personal story first.
Okay.
So I've been in the corporate world, and I still am, for about 12 years, but I've always known that I've had this passion to help others and just have my own mindset of I want to own a business, I want to help others on my own time, and just really think outside of the box. So my journey started about 7 years ago, actually in the event planning business, and just really took reins from that standpoint. And I learned a lot along the way. And then after meeting Scott, we came into an adventure together that we'll talk about in a second. But I'll let him share his story first.
Yeah, I after high school, I was blessed with the opportunity to try out to play professional football, but I didn't make it. And I knew that
you almost made it with you practiced with the Steelers, right?
I was very, very close. I went in, I got my tryouts in, and then it was during rookie mini camp, but it didn't move forward from there. But I look at it as a blessing because we got to meet, and many things have blossomed from that. So after that occurred, I knew I had a love and a passion for fitness with all the training I did. So I actually started my own fitness company, and that's how we met, just by simply giving her a business card and saying, give me a call sometime. And it worked out to my advantage because she lost all the contacts in her phone.
Yeah, and so, that's how we, right?
That's how we met. And spawned from there as far as she was into event planning. And so I didn't take the forefront. I was kind of helping her out, and she was the backbone for what I was doing, supporting each other. And then, which is where we are now, where instead of supporting each other's businesses, we're finally at the point where we're doing something together, full throttle, full force as a couple, which has been awesome.
Right. And so once we did that together, we were on like a fitness and nutrition company and our own company. And we did that for about 3-4 years. And we loved it. We learned a lot in there, but so still entrepreneurs, so you have to keep that mindset up all the time. But we joined another company actually not too long ago where we've had so much great success in the last not even 2 months than we have in our last 3 years in our previous company, which is amazing. So we're now joined with World Global Network, which Mike, that you just introduced us to. The company is in the wearable technology device field. Think of it as like the Fitbit on steroids. It's an awesome thing.
The Fitbit on steroids, is that what you said?
Fitbit's on steroids, looks like this. And there's nothing out there on the market, so there's zero competition.
Yeah.
It measures all of your vitals, so you can track loved ones from anywhere in the world, their blood pressure, blood glucose, blood alcohol coming out, heart rate, everything like that and more.
And the big thing for the people down south is soon it'll have a built-in mechanism for mosquito repellent.
Right.
So that's huge for like people down in Florida and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And so when we were presented this opportunity, yes, the product is awesome, but the opportunity attached to it was just amazing. And our goal in all of our companies, so that we've had many companies as an entrepreneur.
That's the game of entrepreneurship. Like I've looked into a couple things, but you have to go where the money's at, where demand's at. You find yourself, and that's how.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so our number one thing was always we want to help other couples create a 6-figure income. Like that's our passion. That's what we want because their success is our success. And, nothing changes until nothing changes, right? So we always have that drive and have those goals set for us where we will not stop. Nobody will outwork us until we succeed. And, you know, this company just kind of fell in our arms, you know, really it did. I mean, we weren't looking for anything, but we always said we wish that we could find something that we can really create a financial blueprint for our family and other families and make it happen without being pushy. You know, we didn't want to be a pushy product user anymore. And we found it. And, you know, this company that we're at, it's already created a financial blueprint with our family. It is truly amazing. Our team has built over the last 2 months to 0 to like 500 already. So
wow.
We're already in 2 different countries. So, Mike, are you there with us? Okay, sorry, our battery went low.
Yeah, somebody calling in probably, right? Is that how it goes?
No,
we're good.
Our battery went low. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
But we have a drive now to really, you know, that financial blueprint. So, you know, create and bond and get other business like-minded people like us and to really go to the top together. The time is now, and that's what it's about. Yeah. So that's where we are.
I'm sure because you're husband and wife, it probably makes it so much more fun, right? Talk a little bit about that, where you basically work together and you kind of maybe push each other, motivate each other, but also get to share like successes together, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And being an athlete, I'm about competition. So on our board, we actually changed our wall into a whiteboard. We ended up finding some paint. Steph found some paint. So we got our whiteboard up.
You can just kind of see.
You can kind of see how our wall is now.
I was going to say, I think you got the paint of the room with the ink of the pen with your shirt all to match. That's very cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a little competition going. We see, you know, who can help more people. That's kind of like where we're at. I like the challenge because we kind of go back and forth and just see, you know, how many people we can help together.
Yeah, and it's a good working relationship, but it's also separate because we are 2 different people. So, you know, sometimes it's really hard to work as a couple, you know, but it's nice to have that, like, well, hey, you know what, you had a downfall this week, so I'm going to pick it up, or vice versa, you know, bouncing ideas off of each other. But, you know,
the communication has got to be huge. The communication, right?
You know, absolutely.
It is, Mike. And one thing, like, I would recommend anybody getting into a business together as a couple, you know, you definitely have to set time apart from business to a personal relationship, because we've learned that way early on in the career, and we're still learning, you know, about it, that professional development is number 1, but family, I mean, we have 2 kids, so we have that. We still have other jobs. I mean, we have a lot on our plate. So when people say, I can't do it, I don't have time, you know, we never make excuses. And so we just really set our calendars for the time where we're going to talk about business and then enjoy ourselves, have fun, you know, and just cut that off. Because if you don't have that, you're going to fail. Communication is the number 1. That's why we needed our big whiteboard that you see, because we're full of ideas.
Yes.
But
even having your phone or having a notepad, I always need something nearby. So I have a whiteboard myself right by the computer. Any ideas? I'm sure you do the same thing.
Yeah,
yep, absolutely.
Exactly.
Right away.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, too, is to bounce the strengths that we have off of each other. So when we communicate with people that maybe are coming on board as an entrepreneur with us, you know, if it's an athlete, I tend to relate to them more from my background. And if it's a mom or a female in the workforce or anyone like that, Steph relates way better to them than me. So then I kind of, you know, gear them towards her and vice versa. Awesome. It really helps.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. And really, we have a lot of tips because we're always learning and growing. You know, the first thing I would say, you know, not obviously communication is, you know, professional development is so important. And Mike, I know that you always have books like every week and stuff, and that is so huge. You can never make yourself better unless you get better and your team better. So professional development is the number 1 key. It's the best investment that you will ever get in life. You know, we learn all the time, you know, of course, you know, affirmations and everything too. We have a couple on our board that we look at every single day that is so important to us.
In your bathroom, people always say, you know, have something written on your mirror every day. You know, I've heard that quite a bit, so I don't know if you do that, but affirmations and books. I'm telling you, I start my day off with reading every day, no matter what.
Every day.
It just gets you your mindset.
Yes.
I read 0 books in high school, Mike. I don't know if you know that, but I read 0 books.
I think I beat you. I don't even think I picked up a book in high school.
There you go. I know, and it's crazy because I'm in the same thing with you. Very first thing I do after I go through my quick morning stuff as far as eating and all that stuff, first thing I do is I read one of my books. I read a chapter of my book. I dedicate myself to that. I do that. I do my devotions. I send Steph an email to get my day started.
Yep.
And then work comes. I make sure to do God, family, personal development, and then get to work.
It's beautiful. Get everything straight before you actually dive in, and obviously when you dive into work, your mind starts going off into all different things. So get everything squared away early, and then focus on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you'll never come back to it if you don't.
Right.
I know before I would wait a little, and you never came back to it. So that's why it's dedication to just doing it in that order.
It is. And I think, if you do something consistently every day, you're going to have better success at it. It's daily routines, right? So what is your daily routine at life? What is your daily routine in your business? And it just gets easier because setting a business, if you want to start off as an entrepreneur, or if you've been in this for 5-10 years, you know what you need to do every day. So entrepreneurs, it's kind of there's miscommunication out there. Some people think, well, they don't work ever, which really we work extra harder. It's just, you don't work on anybody's hours other than your own.
Right.
You're working at midnight, at 1 a.m, but maybe you're sleeping in one day till 8, and then other days you're taking a break on lunch, so that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, which we love. Another tip that I had regarding to professional development, especially in today's fast-paced world, is podcast. 30-minute podcast here and there while you're working out, while you're getting ready, while you're in the car. If you're not a book reader, and I'm still not a book reader, so I'm more of a podcast person. So I
still
love
get information, right?
Yes, audiobooks. The beauty of technology today. And my tip too, and I think you might have another one. He might have another one, but for an entrepreneur, you always need to have tunnel vision. And what I mean by that is it is so hard to get lost in your goals as an owner. And if you're thinking of all these roadblocks, you're never going to go to your goal. So have a goal, set your goal, and literally do something that you have a passion about. Because a lot of, and we've learned, we have passions for how many businesses, but they were never the right thing. We thought they were. But what was our main why? And I think that's what entrepreneurs really need to have. What is their why for doing their business? And once you really find that why in your life, you're going to be so much more successful. So that's a piece of advice that's really helped me throughout all of these years, that I can say I've become a better person of it because I have my strong why right now, why I'm doing our business.
And what's your why? Can I ask you that?
Absolutely. So my our why, and I think it's the same thing. Is first and foremost is to be debt free. You know what I mean? We want to be debt free. Absolutely not worry about anything. To kind of do what we want, take our kids whenever we want, not to worry about anything else, and for both of us to quit our full-time jobs eventually, if that's possible, at least one of us, right? And and really the fourth thing is to help others. To help others, give back, and helping people. And Mike, we always love to do charity work and to help people.
Oh, of course.
We would love just to do that whenever we want, to write a big check out with no questions. So that's our why.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Scott. What were you going to say?
I just said the giving back is just so important. And don't give back expecting to get anything. Just give back to give back. That's simple.
No doubt.
And of course, to help our family as well, since they helped us along all of these years, and we're our cheerleaders. So it's time to help them out as well.
Now, I know that the health and fitness has obviously been a part of your lives since the beginning. So no matter what, whatever business you're in, it is health and fitness, where it's you're all about taking care of the mind, body, and spirit, right? It all has to do with that.
Yes. Absolutely, and that's where we're at now. Even with the device we have, I mean, it's helping health. It's helping track your health. It's different than something you put in your body. You put on your body to monitor. Like Stephen said earlier about the vitals and different things like that, which are very important, especially in the world we live in today. Like, how awesome is it to be able to go on my phone and check you know, if my mom, my dad, my grandmother, if they're okay, how their vitals are reading and different things like that. So it's a blessing. So.
Gotcha. Now, is it network marketing? So therefore, you build a team and you are all about. Is it getting people to wear the bracelet? Can you explain the model a little bit, or is it something whenever they contact you and then they can learn a little bit more?
Yeah, gladly. It's actually a dual model. It's direct sales with a blend of network marketing. And why I say that is because we've chosen to take it from the network marketing standpoint to build a team of entrepreneurs to really help them grow their business and to grow an opportunity that can be very lucrative for them. But aside from that, some people decide to take it more as a direct sales position where they're outright selling the Hilo to different people, whether that be via like their own business that they personally have and they're retailing it out of there, or maybe they're just bringing more people online for sales purposes.
Yeah, or you could just be a customer.
I would figure you could just buy it, right? Like buy directly from you.
Outright buy it.
Or you could just buy it.
Absolutely.
So it's a great thing. You can take it as little or as far as you want. We always like to say if you were the first person to know about the Fitbit, well, like just think about the money that you would be making, and that's exactly what this is. So we are happy to be helping others. We've already helped some of our team members already make money, and that just excites us and drives us more, when you're helping others.
I would think that due to the CrossFits, I mean, the craze for fitness is just insane. I mean, it probably always has been. I'm really noticing it now, but I would figure there's so many people out there, the demand is strong for something like this. So I would figure it'd be pretty easy to sell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there is, like you just said, in the fitness industry and the health industry, it's huge. Just because you're always looking for that thing that can better enhance the experience, whether it be while you're at the gym to monitor or outside of the gym, or maybe it's something that you're a patient. And it really helps. One of the big things that this does is it does help the patient to doctor relationship, because if you can notice right away, oh, something's wrong, I got to get on the phone with my doctor and see, do I need to come in? Is this something I need to worry about? And it really enhances that.
That's awesome.
And it is. It's so easy. As soon as you say what it does, there's nothing out there like it. It's the new self-care. We've been talking to a lot of professionals, nurses, CEOs of healthcares, physical therapists, chiropractors, MDs, and they are amazed by it. The accuracy is unbelievable. It's just, and then it has another side to it. The Himalayan, it has Himalayan salt plates on it. It has germanium, titanium plates on it.
Yeah.
This thing is like, it's just crazy. And I've never worn a wearable device ever. I love it.
Can you show one more time? I'm looking at a camera. Can you show it one more time? I want to see it.
Yeah, sure. We'll come right up here.
Jeez, that's small too. That's awesome.
Well, this is the classic. We're coming out with a more chromed out luxury version.
And here's the the salt plates and the stone plates you can see.
Whoa.
So pretty cool that it tells you when you're sad, when you're happy, and it kind of, so what the Himalayan salt plates will do, it's putting that positive energy back in your body. The germanium plates, what that does, and you can look up germanium, but it helps with your circulation throughout your whole body. So your negative icons in your back, if you're stressed, it'll help line them up. It's even saying it helps with like cancer now as well. So very, very, the guy who created this, he created the first LED touchscreen TV. So he has a lot of brains behind this whole device.
Jeez, oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if there was somebody that wanted to either ask you about that or join your team, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, so we have a funnel site that they can contact us or from Facebook, so whatever works best. And I don't know if you have the capability, Mike, can you put that in the comments, or we could put it in the comments?
You know what? I'll take you mean for the website or for your Facebook? I can put them both in the YouTube, in the actual information of the video, but also on Facebook. I can tag you in it, and then they'll be able to find you that way.
Yeah, and I'll just say it really quick to our website that you can look for more information. It's Condition Your Life, and that's just Condition YOUR Life LIFE.Hilo, and that's HELO. .life. So gotcha. Condition your life .hilo .life.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah. And that's the best way for them to learn more about the product or just to get in contact with you, right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
They'll get to see the product. There's a 2-minute video we have on there that showcases everything, because we didn't even get to mention the panic button that's a GPS locator if your kids or someone is in danger or lost or in a situation. There's the panic button feature as well. But then what they do is they just put their name, phone number, and email in there, so then we have their contact information to reach back out.
Yeah.
So
cool. Yeah. All right. So there's that. The last question I ask everybody now, because I don't have the shirt, but you always hear me talk about the dream obituary. So entrepreneurs, they always want to help other people, but real quick, can you guys sum up, how do you guys want to be remembered? I think it's a really deep question that nobody asks, and I love it.
Oh.
That is a deep question, and I love it. Do you want to go first?
Go ahead, you can go first.
Me first? All right, see? Puts me on the spot. No, how I want to be remembered is I want my kids and their kids and on down the line to say that, however they would term me, great-granddad, Scott, whatever, that he did everything he could to provide for his family now and thereafter, to make sure that their lives were in a better place than, where I started, just like my parents did for me. I'm thankful for everything they've done, and I want to do that. And no offense to them, but I want to do that 10 times more. And I just want to be at that level where they said, you just did some great things for our family. And that's it.
That's a good one.
I love it. I do love it, because I always think about, you hear the stories from your great grandparents and all that. What they did, and it'd be cool to be looked upon as that one that, man, they really went after it. This guy really changed things in his family. That's really nice.
Yeah. And I think mine goes along the same thing. I mean, just to be remembered, of course, by our family, probably, our goal is to hit millionaire with this company soon and to help others. So be the first millionaires, I think, in our family, because we see that this is being done today. So, before we never thought it was achievable. Now we know, and we have a goal that it's going to be achievable. And also, helping those other people on our team to do the same. Yeah. So, just really creating that legacy from not only family but other families, bringing home moms, bringing home dads, because life is way too short, especially if you have loved ones, you have kids, that time goes by way too quick. And what better way is it where you can run a home-based business literally on the computer through social media 99% of the time and make it's real money. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's hard, but it works. So that would be mine.
Yeah, and I think that most people, the entrepreneurs, they're judged and they're valued based on how much value they provide others. So at the end of the day, if you didn't provide value to anybody else, then how valuable are you really? So
exactly,
it comes down to it. So that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate doing this, and I know that, Scott, I'm going to have you as one of the speakers at one of the seminars. I got one coming up March 14th, so I might have you join me on that one too. So
yeah, man, you let me know. I'll be glad to be there with you and support you and do some big things together, man. You know it.
It's awesome. And you're a Pittsburgh guy, so Pittsburgh entrepreneurs, we got to represent around here. You know that.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Thanks so much, guys. And if you guys, anybody out there watching, you're an entrepreneur, you have a story to share, we want to hear it. Remember, guys, the American entrepreneur will always create more. Take care, guys.